Not me forgetting to turn on my camera. Listen, it's in the evening. We're tired, okay? We're tired. We're working for too many employers. Hi, everybody. Sanibonani. Welcome to my channel. Igama lami nguNtando Mdletshe. And on this channel, I guess I should say my channel. Welcome to my Facebook page. Welcome to my Twitter page, whatever they call it there over there on Twitter. Okay. Welcome to my channel. Igama lami nguNtando Mdletshe. And on this channel, sikhuluma ngama reality TV shows, ama celebrities, kanye nama YouTubers. If it is your first time joining me today, and you like my content, where have you been? Press the subscribe button, Langezansi. Press the follow if you are on YouTube, and I think it's a follow on Twitter too. Whatever button that you haven't pressed, press it. Okay. There's also ways to support the channel. You can like the video. You can also share it. And if you are on YouTube, you can press the thanks button if you want to give money to the channel. And please, please watch some adverts. Okay. Aye, guys, wait a minute. I need to check if I'm not working for free over here. Let me just check if my stream is monetized. I forget all the time. Okay. I forget all the time. I need to see if we are making money here while we're waiting for a few people. Listen, we are going to do the full review of the Mommy Club. Okay, we're going to do the full review of the Mommy Club. Somebody was calling herself a celebrity so many times. I had to actually go and check what they do. Okay, because somebody was just on us about being a celebrity. I'm like, oh girl, I don't know you. But and I watched TV, you guys. I was like, I've seen this girl somewhere. Okay, that is Omosh. I was like, I've seen Omosh somewhere, but I don't know what she does. I had to go and check. Okay, because I was like, I'm not sure, but she's calling herself. When somebody calls herself a celebrity, you have to go check what have they done. Apparently, she's been on Mubango and she's been on Uzalo as well. I don't know what she's doing now, but that's what the internet is saying, that she's done some things. So I mean, it depends, you guys. Is she a celebrity? Please tell me. Maybe I'm just the one that didn't know her that much. But yes, we are insisting that she's a celebrity. And look, celebrities trend all the time. So we must understand that she is going to trend too. So we're going to talk about the episode 6, what happened in episode 6. It's getting heated, okay? So it's getting more enjoyable to watch the show because, of course, there's more drama. So let me greet my people in the comment section. Mulatello Tlowana, thank you so much for joining me. Pulane Rakwane, thank you for joining me. Thank you so much. Hoping you know why? That's why I started at 6:05 because I wanted to wait and see if it does happen. And then I was like, okay, 5 past, I must be safe until for the next hour at least. I hope nothing happens like it did last time. So yes, you guys. So remember, I have to catch up a little bit with this episode 6. I have to catch up to what happened in episode 5. Remember, there is a scene that we did not discuss. Okay, Mrs. Mobs had gone, I think it was lunch with Ratile, and they sat down, and then the conversation ended up being about Her Majesty because all of their conversations always end up being about Her Majesty. Okay, I said this show should be called Keeping Up with Her Majesty because everything is about Her Majesty. Okay, whether they like her or not, it's about her. So she says that she feels like Her Majesty is a cloud chaser because one, she had told everybody that she was engaged, but she was pretending that she wasn't telling everybody. And number two, it's the Tabo Besta story. She feels like she is the one that leaked the Tabo Besta story. So she's feeling like she's a cloud chaser. So when Mrs. Mobs goes to sit down with Her Majesty, that's already a thing to kunomkhosi ofanele awuhambise Her Majesty, which is the fact that Ratile was talking like that about her. Honestly, you guys, I don't have an understanding as to why Ratile is turning on Her Majesty because this is the person that brought her to the show. Well, according to what we know, okay, this is the person that brought her to the show. Whether they really knew each other like that before the show or not, it's we don't know for sure. But for us who are watching the show and watching them for the first time, our understanding is that Her Majesty brought Ratile to the show. So for her to turn on the person that brought her to the show, that's not gonna look good for her, because obviously with the other girls, she's not friends with the other girls, okay? And the other girls are thinking she's closer to Her Majesty, but then she's the one that is gossiping the most about Her Majesty. It doesn't look good on her. It does not look good on her. And I liked her. I actually like Ratile more than I like Miss Manche, but now I'm just changing my mind on her because I feel like she's moving funny. Okay, why are you turning on the person that actually brought her to the show? It's not making sense to me. Okay, so we all know that when it comes to Mrs. Mobs, there is no way that she's not going to take the bone back to the person that the people are talking about. Okay, she's going to act like she doesn't really want to tell the person what the other person said, but she's really going to tell the person. Okay, so she always acts like she wants to be classy, so she doesn't want to gossip or anything, but she will tell you what they say about you. Okay, anyway, so when they get to sit down with Her Majesty and they talk about the engagement and all of that, she gets to tell her that Ratila had said about her that she's a cloud chaser. Obviously, Her Majesty doesn't like that. What am I cloud chasing? Okay, that's what she's saying. She was upset about it. At some point, she says, "You know what? I even feel like crying." I honestly feel like the reason she's so hurt is because it is Ratile. It is the person that she brought to the show. So I think she thought maybe Ratile owes her some loyalty, and the fact that she's not feeling that, that's what hurt her. Okay. So she ends up explaining the Tabo Besta story. How did it happen? She says, yes, I did leak the story that I was in contact with Tabo Besta. It's because, of course, they had published a story, I think, on my paper Ndaba, and I DM them to say, listen, I was almost scammed by this guy. I was almost trafficked by this guy, and obviously I couldn't tell them that without providing them with proof. So I had to send the video and whatever else receipts that I had so that they could believe me when I said I was almost trafficked by Tabo Pesta. And there is a serious situation, by the way, because we don't know what could have happened to her if she ended up going to Cape Town. Okay, so the end of last episode ended with Her Majesty having found out that Ratila had said that about her, and the bond collector was Mrs. Mobs. Mrs. Mobs is a bond collector this season. Okay, you tell her something, uzoyithutha leyo nto and tell the other person that you said that. Okay, so in this episode, when it begins, already there is that tension. Okay, but one thing that I've learned about Her Majesty, is that she's very forgiving. She was very, she can resolve issues. Okay, so provided they don't drink any alcohol before the resolving of the issues, because I feel like sometimes in reality TV shows they make sure that they give them alcohol before they talk about issues because they want to cause drama. And I think that that's why this episode there was that bit of drama, because they gave them wine. Okay, they went for wine tasting and then they had to talk about issues that they have with each other. Of course, it's not going to go well. Okay, because they were not sober by that time. If you look at that scene, the last scene of the show, they started shooting. It looked like it's the middle of the day. If you look at this where the sun is, it looks like it's the middle of the day, but they shoot until it's dark outside. Okay, so you can see, I mean, if you are drinking from middle of the day until the sun goes down, you are already tipsy. You're not even tipsy by that time. You're really like drunk at that time. So I think they do that on purpose, give them a lot of alcohol, make them spend a lot of time together, and they irritate each other. Then you can get some drama out of a scene. Okay, so yes, so there was that scene, you guys. Listen, when it comes to Her Majesty with her engagement, you guys, I don't know, because she says that she has known the guy for a long time, because obviously even Mrs. Mobs wanted clarity as to what is happening. She does understand why people feel like it's too soon, and Mrs. Mobs does say she was feeling the same too, that maybe it is too soon. She says it's not too soon because this is somebody that she has known for longer. Whether they were talking while she was still married, you guys, I mean, it's you can argue it, because if you notice, I think it was first or second episode where she said that they had been she has been talking to somebody, but on this episode she says that she hadn't spoken to him in 15 years. So I'm not clear about that. Does that mean that she started talking to him after the husband passed, or they had always kept in contact? But there is a 15 years that she's talking about where they were not seeing each other and they were not talking to each other, but now they are engaged. Anyway, we'll explain that later. And there is a scene where Nunurai and Miss Amanche, they meet up for they wanna buy Happy some gifts because of course she got engaged, and also they just wanna say sorry because they're the ones that told the other ladies what they were not supposed to tell the other ladies, that thing, and they were buying lingerie for her. It wasn't really an exciting scene. Honestly, there wasn't much that happened except they were buying that gift, which I didn't see them give to Her Majesty yet. So I don't know when they're planning to give that gift to them. Another cute scene, you guys. I thought it was cute to actually see Mrs. Mobs with her daughter, Umarang, I think, with her daughter. And it was a sweet scene. They were going out. They had like lunch. Did she say it's breakfast or lunch? And it's cute, you guys. And her daughter is so intelligent. They were having actually like a good conversation. Apparently, she wants a baby, but her daughter doesn't think it's a good idea. And I think that she had a valid point to say, listen, you already have the three of us. You are a working mom. How are you going to do your job and take care of all of us and give us individual attention? I mean, it's a point that could be made by an adult. I thought it was a cute scene, but it was also just a brilliant scene to get the view of the children on your life sometimes, because they see things that they look at your life from their perspective, and they see things sometimes that you're not looking at, because I'm sure for her, she's already not getting enough attention from her mom because there's two other brothers. So she's probably thinking, if my mom gets another child, then that's going to take away time from me. But I really thought she was making a good point. So that was great to see, you guys, because the show is called the Mommy Club. So I guess here and then we have to see them with their kids. We have to see them parent. Okay. So we have to see them as mothers. So I think I understand why they put in those scenes here and there. Okay. So Omotla and what do you Omoja and Mrs. Mobs had planned an event where they planned wine tasting. Okay, they wanted to get the ladies together. Remember, we haven't seen Omoja in a while because I don't think that she's like a permanent cast member on the show. I don't think so because she doesn't appear on most of the scenes. Okay, so we hadn't seen her in a while. Okay, so they had planned wine tasting and they were going to play games there as well. So everybody is invited and everybody shows up, you guys. I don't like that Ratila always seem like she has something better to do than be there. You know, she always acts like she's just there, like, you know. And I'm like, girl, this is also your job. It always just feels like she can't wait to get away from the girls. She doesn't really enjoy being around them. And so I'm like, but why did you choose to do the show? So it always feels to me like she can't wait to like get away. Okay. So they all arrive at the wine tasting place. They're sitting outside. It really is a nice scenery, and Her Majesty is the last one to arrive. But obviously, everyone is waiting for Her Majesty to arrive because they want to ask her about Lagos, what happened, and the engagement. Who is she engaged to? Okay, if you knew your friend wasn't seeing anybody, and then the next thing they come, they're telling you that they are engaged. You want to know who the guy is and all of that. Let me tell you, because she drops bomb after bomb, okay? And I'm not going to be able to follow it the way that it happens in the scene. But I want to tell you all of the bombs that she drops when she's dropping when it comes to this guy. Number one, she is saying this is an ex, okay? Which I'm assuming it's an ex she was talking about at the beginning of the season when she said she's been talking to somebody since her husband passed. But she says that this ex, they haven't seen each other or talked to each other. They hadn't seen or talked to each other in 15 years. Okay. She says that, okay, they were dating each other. She was 19. They dated, they got engaged. She doesn't explain what happened with the engagement. But at some point, the guy wanted to move to, was it Switzerland with her? And she saw it as an opportunity to get out of the relationship. She said no. But at that time, she was pregnant. Okay. So the guy's like, but you're pregnant with my baby. And she's like, who said this is your baby? So I'm guessing that's the firstborn. Okay. Who says it's your baby? This is not your baby. The guy leaves. Okay. Fine. That's the end of their relationship. But then she dropped another bomb that this is the guy that they had been through a lot together, so much so that at some point he got arrested for her. And I'm like, hey, this girl is going to admit to crime here on national TV, because now everybody got curious as to what the guy was getting arrested for. But apparently he got arrested for her, but I don't understand what she had done that he took a fall for. Okay. And he says that the guy had a really hard time at naye umisile umjolo wakhe and all of that, but he wants a comeback. So I guess ufuna ukunya one more time emjolweni wakhe. At some point, she talks about how she stole his car and there were helicopters all over at 19 years old. Okay, so Her Majesty has lived. Okay, so there's a lot of strange things that she is saying about a relationship with this guy, you guys. I don't know. I don't know. I'm still trying to see if Impilo ka Her Majesty is that dramatic or she dramatizes it a little bit. She adds some spice, maybe to make it more dramatic. But I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out, you guys, because some of the things she says, I'm like, is that real life? Or were you dreaming that you are living that life? But that's what's happening. So she's back with an ex that they had a very dramatic relationship with, and that ex is the father of one of her kids. Okay. Oh, yes. I forgot another bomb. So now, when the guy comes back to her life after her husband dies, he says, listen, I need a DNA done because I believe that your child is mine. Okay. And apparently, she did not want to do a DNA. The guy is like, listen, I will give you 300,000 rands if this child is mine because I'm convinced that she is mine. Okay. I'm like, if you were convinced that the child is yours, why did you allow her to kick you out of her life? Like, I don't understand the fact that you are so sure that the child is yours, but you've spent that many years without taking care of your child, without seeing a child, but you are willing to pay 300,000 rand if the child is not yours because you are so sure that the child is yours. I don't understand that, you guys, but that's what she says is happening. That's what I'm saying. It's when it comes to happy, sometimes I'm still trying to figure out if her life is that dramatic or she's adding some spice. Okay. So yes, you guys. So then at the winery, with they're having wine tasting. Omutla is there, which was good. It was good to see her as part of the group, you guys. I don't even know why they need to have friends of the show when it comes to this show. Why can't she just be like everybody else? But maybe since she is a celebrity, since she's a celebrity, because she was reminding us, okay? Another thing, you guys, why do they speak like this when they talk? Have you seen when the speaking? I'm gonna go in the data session. Why do they speak like this? When they drink something like the only person that's normal during the entire session is Mrs. Mobs and Nunurai. The others just too smart. Oh, happy, Her Majesty. They like this in the entire session. Guys, do people do that? Like no, like in normal life, you always like that, and you speak like that. That's why I can't relate to that. Miss Manche, Ratile, and who else? I think a little bit almost. You know, oh, Mrs. Mobs, yeah, she's chilled at that session. You can see she's being herself. Hey, Miss Manche, who does that? You guys every time, and then they put their hands like here, then they speak like that. Like maybe that's why I can't relate to them because I'm like they don't look like they're being real. Hi Anna. Hi Anna. You were preparing dinner. Hey, can I have some? Can I have some? Sanibona, would you like ing? Yes, someone. Listen, you guys. Anyway, sengiyaphuma endabeni. So when Her Majesty arrives, obviously they want to know everything. But the interesting thing is that when she sits down, Nunurai, because Nunurai was right next to her, tries to hug her, just to say, hi, girl. And then she's like, don't touch me. She has a thing about don't touch me. Her Majesty. And, everyone is like, oh, girl, what's happening? Why don't you want her to touch you? But anyway, so she updates them about the engagement. Obviously, guys, I think that it's natural to just feel like, you know what? Don't you think it's too early if last year, just in June, you lost your husband, now you are engaged and whatever? But she clarifies, listen, guys, I'm happy. I want to ride my happy wave and let me just do it. And then I'll see if we would get then then uzongisa, but for now, just let me be, okay? And honestly, you guys, I don't even think that they are friends like that with these girls for her to take any advice from them, because every time that Her Majesty is not around, they're gossiping about her, and they're not really saying good things about her. So I don't think that any of them are planning really to build like genuine friendships with her. I'm still watching Mrs. Mobs if she's really building a genuine friendship with her, but most of them are just not really wanting to build a genuine friendship with her. They just see her as a gossip object. When they're talking, that's a topic for them. So I don't even feel like it's worth for them to sit down and say, listen, girl, don't you want to think about this? Don't you think it's too early for you to be engaged now? Because she's not going to listen to them. I'm sure she's got real friends outside of the show that she will probably be like, maybe my friend, you're right. Okay. So I get her saying, listen, you guys, just let me be. I'm happy for now. And Miss Mancha as well was saying, listen, even if we told her that it's a wrong decision, right now she's in the Bible. Okay. So let's just all get in the Bible with her. Okay. The Bible of love. Okay, maybe later on we can be like, okay, girl, okay, did you think about this and that? Okay. For me, when it comes to Her Majesty, I'm just wondering about the kids situation. And I think I did mention this in the last review, okay? Because it sounds like she went to, Nigeria not knowing that she was going to get engaged. Now she's engaged. And I was worried about whether she has introduced this person to the kids. Has she seen if this person gets along with the kids and all of that? But then it turns out it's an ex. But I guess he hasn't spent time with the younger kids. So I'm just wondering how that is going to work. How do you get engaged to somebody that hasn't met any of your kids? Okay. So, yes, you guys. And also, is the plan for them now to come and live in South Africa, or is she going to go and live there? Anyway, okay. So I guess Her Majesty really believes in love, you guys, because if you are coming out of a relationship like that and the way it drama, drama ngayo, her relationship with her late husband, you would think that she would be reluctant to get in another relationship and commit like that, okay? And when she was speaking to Mrs. Mobs, though, she does say, listen, I'm not sure if I'm ready to get married. I'm not sure if I'm getting married again. But she took the ring. So the ring is there. So it looks like, I mean, if you took the ring, then you must be telling the guy that, you are going to get married. So you better get ready very soon if you are not ready. So that is what is happening with her. Okay. If this guy was in South Africa and appearing on the show, I would think that it's a Nonku and RT situation. I would think that possibly it's just a fake relationship that they are forcing for the storyline on the show. But the guy hasn't been on the show. He's not here in South Africa, I believe. So maybe it is real. I don't know. You guys will see. Maybe if he makes some appearances on the show, we can judge. Okay, we can see how genuine it is. Because honestly, you guys, Her Majesty is my favorite. Okay. And after everything that she has told us that she has been through with her late husband, I'm like, Her Majesty deserves happiness. Okay. Her Majesty deserves a man that is going to treat her right finally. So I do hope that it's a genuine thing with this guy. But the way that it happened so fast, I don't know, you guys. I don't know. Okay. Let me greet my people in the comment section. God, the Mrs. Mark talks like she's a you know what, I'm used to when Mrs. Mobs first came on Real Housewives of Johannesburg. I struggled with her because the way that she speaks now, I struggled to get used to her accent. So but by the end of the season, I was like, okay, this is how she speaks, because she never misses a beat. Sometimes when somebody is faking an accent, they will forget sometimes and speak in their real accent. She doesn't. So I was like, okay, this is how she speaks. So by the time I saw her on this show, the Mommy Club, I was like, this is how she speaks. So for me, it's not as strange hearing her speak, but I understand, because Nami, when I first heard her on Real Housewives, it was strange. Okay. Haibo, they have dated before, and there is an offspring. Yes, they've dated before. She said when she was 19, I guess her firstborn is who they're referring to as being his child, the child that they have to do a DNA for. Okay, Nonku and RD, I feel like it's real from Her Majesty point of view. Okay. Hey, yeah, we'll have to see, you guys. We'll have to see. It's just that on this show, I don't think that they are planning to show us the men, okay? Because we don't get to see them and we're not getting to judge their relationships because we're not seeing anything from that, okay? So, listen, you guys, they get to talking about the bride. Remember the bride that they're not happy about because they thought it was supposed to be, it was supposed to be a convoy in the township, but they ended up having a bride at the mall that Ratile had planned. Okay. So, Her Majesty is trying to find out what happened with the bride. I think she was just trying to be messy too, because at this point, she knows Ratile is going around talking about her. Okay. So, obviously Manche takes the time to tell her about the bride because Manche will do anything to talk about what's happening with other people so that she doesn't talk about what's happening with her. Girl, we're still waiting, okay? If this season ends and you haven't shared anything about your life, okay, we're gonna be sitting here thinking you need to be replaced because we're not learning anything about you. At least for other people, we are wondering who the baby daddies are, okay? Others are getting engaged, others are wanting babies, others are what the baby daddies, and then you and Nunurai, I also don't understand what's going on. What's the story there? Okay. Anyway, so Mancha takes the opportunity to tell her about the friend, you know, remember, we also didn't talk about that in the last review. Because Ratila had come with a friend to the bride, who is also Tejo, and they're supposed to be close with the friend. But when she introduces the friend to the ladies, the friend starts telling them about the issues that they have with each other. Guys, I didn't understand that. If you are my friend and I invite you to an event with some of my new friends, why would you get there and start talking about the issues that we have with each other? You know, I understand we have an issue, planned an event I was supposed to attend, I didn't attend, but why would you talk about that the first time that you meet these new friends that I have? I thought that friend was shady. Also, you guys, I think we mustn't forget that, you know, people sometimes will fight to get on these TV shows. Okay. So if they feel so that maybe the producers can see that you have a conflict with this person, and if they see that you have a conflict with this person, maybe next season they can add you, you know, as an addition on the show. Maybe she was trying to do that, but I didn't understand it. So Miss Manche takes the opportunity to tell, you know, Her Majesty what happened. Okay. Now, Ratila is not happy because first they're talking about her friend. Okay, you're talking about my friend. My friend is not here. Now I'm gonna have to defend my friend, who we are not in the best place with because, of course, she did what she did. But at the same time, she did not want to talk about it, but they forced her to talk about it. Okay, so then she does say, though, in the diary session that she doesn't understand why Miss Mancha will go out of her way to tell that story and tell it incorrectly. She was feeling like they're not telling it correctly because she refused to talk about her friend. Remember when they were at Ratile's house, Miss Mancha and Ratile were at her house, and Ratile tried to ask her about some friend that they had a conflict with, that they threw each other under the bus. When I don't even know a friend. I think we need to research this friend, okay, to understand the story. So she did not want to talk about it, but now with she wants Ratile to talk about the issues that she had with her friend. But this is the argument that Miss Mancha can have, though, is that whatever happened between her and her friend happened before the show. She never brought it to the show, so why should she talk about it? Whereas with Ratile, the thing happened, the story was told on the show by the friend. So they are allowed to ask her questions about the friend because the friend came on the show and asked her questions about it. Okay, so yes, you guys, but she wasn't impressed at all. Okay, and remember, already Uratile Velema figure, she already looks like she wants to go. Okay, everywhere they arrive, Ratile already feels like she's bored. She doesn't want to be there, and all of that, you guys. So, and then you guys, hey, and then they get to talk about now Her Majesty because Mrs. Mobs, remember I said Mrs. Mobs is messy, but she will be messy in like a classy way. If you're not paying attention, you will miss the fact that she is a shady. I don't know how did she bring up the cloud tasting thing. Have you? I think they were playing a game and she said something about cloud tasting because she wanted to start a conversation about cloud chasing. And then New Happy is like, yeah, I've never Oh, I think that have you ever trolled? I think the question from the game they were playing was, have you ever trolled? And they said no, they've never trolled, but they've been trolled. Have you ever cloud chaser? I think, and then have you ever been a cloud chaser? Hey guys, it's and then Her Majesty is like, I've never, but I hear that the Miss here says that I've been cloud chasing. Okay, that's how the conversation moves to the cloud chasing situation. Now Rate is trying to explain because obviously she can see now she's been thrown under the bus by Mrs. Mobs because now she's gonna have to explain why she was calling, the person that brought her to the show here a cloud chaser. Okay, why did you call her a cloud chaser? Her justification for that, she's not denying she said it, but she says that every time Happy is talking, she talks a lot about social media, and she's right, you guys. She likes talking about the followers, how many people viewed a certain video. A video with her went viral. She's always talking like that. I guess she's that much of a social media person. And also she feels like the stories that have come out about her is because she gave those stories. Okay, she leaked the stories. Okay, so but Her Majesty is like, listen, I'm just the person that people want to hear about. Okay. Don't hate the player, okay? Hate the game. Don't hate the player, kind of a situation. So that's what she's saying. But at the end, I feel like Her Majesty didn't feel like she said everything that she wanted to say in addressing the situation of cloud chasing. Okay. And I feel like that is because I think they were drunk. So the conversations were not really flowing correctly because they were starting to slur in their words. Okay. You have to address certain things, but they were drunk already. I think there was a mistake from the producers to allow them to get that drunk without first addressing the issues that they were supposed to address, because then the conversation was jumping from one point to another. We're not finishing talking about a particular issue. Okay, while they are talking about cloud chasing, Mancha makes a comment to Omuhle to say, you the one to talk, because Omuhle was making a point about trending. Okay, because now she was saying every time you talk about this video trended, this one trended, like you are obsessed with trending or with trending or something. And then Miss Mancha is like, you're the one to talk. Okay, being shady, saying that too almost the celebrity. Okay, then celebrities like, listen, you might not be used to it, but as a celebrity you trend all the time. So I was like, almost is a celebrity. Like, I was like, guys, I don't want to lie, like, her face is familiar, but I was feeling like I watch a lot of TV, but I don't know this girl. And I was like, I went to her Instagram, I'm seeing her Instagram, she looks familiar, but I really just, you know. And when they said she's been on Mubango, well, that's Google, you guys. Okay, it's not me. They said she's been on Mubango and she's been on Uzalo. Those are the two shows that I don't watch. Okay, I don't watch those two shows, and I was like, okay, it makes sense that I don't know her. Okay, but she said it a number of times. If I was counting, maybe 4 times, she says, I'm a celebrity. Celebrity's trend. Okay, if you're not used to it. Okay, now it goes to a point. Oh yes, and then Manchi got upset that she said, "Relax yourself," okay? Because when she made that comment, Omusha said to her, "Relax yourself," okay? When she said, "You the one to talk about the trending," okay? She says the our situation is not the same. Now I'm wondering what situation, okay? Because the question about who the baby daddy was, I didn't know that question was going to be directed to Omusha. I thought maybe to Manche, and there was a scandal there, but it was directed to Omusha, okay? So then I was like, then I need to go and see to it, to what's happening with this baby daddy. Anyway, that question was raised when now they are asking each other questions. Okay, I think the game's value when it comes to reality TV shows are meant to start the mess. Okay, they are meant to be shady. They are meant to start the mess. That's why they play the games. That's the whole purpose of the game. Oh, no, it's not for them to have fun. No, it's for them to fight. Okay, all of the games that are played in reality TV, it's for them to fight. So then Nunu Rai, being Nunu Rai and being so brave, ended up asking the question of, who is your baby daddy? You know, the shocking question. Who is your baby daddy? And I'm like, but Nunu Rai, why do you care who the baby daddy is? But And then I realized that, okay, there is a story there because everybody else seemed to want to know who the baby daddy is. Okay. So I was like, oh, there is something there about the baby daddy. Okay. So apparently there was a story that was trending about who Omutle's baby daddy is. Okay. There's even a story here. I will share something here and we will read it, you guys. But everybody seemed to think that there was a question that's below the belt. Okay, guys, is it below the belt to ask somebody who their baby daddy is? I'm conflicted about that. Okay, maybe it's below the belt if you know that there is a mess comes with that story. But I mean, if you ask me who my baby daddy is, I will tell you who my baby daddy is. Okay, I won't even think about it. Okay, maybe later on I'll be thinking, what was she asking me who my baby daddy is? Okay, but if you ask me who my baby daddy is, that's not a difficult question to answer. Okay, so I just wondered, is it really, is it below the belt? Okay, and Mrs. Mobbs were like, listen, I knew Mrs. Mobb was going to take it like that because remember, they accused her of cheating on Real Housewives and she didn't take it very lightly. And she left the show. She wanted to leave she wanted to leave the reunion. She was just over it. She didn't want to answer any questions after that. So I knew she was going to take it like that. Okay, and then you guys, it gets to a point where Ratile, because obviously she's feeling like the conversation is not going in her favor here, she wants to leave after the question has been asked about the baby. I guess you guys, all of the ladies don't want that question because after she asked that question, Manche wanted to leave, Ratile wanted to leave. I'm like, girls, kanti kwenzekani? Who are your baby daddies, kanti? Guys, if I'm sitting with my friend and somebody asks who are your baby daddies, bazosho bathi usibani bani, usipho, unhlanhla, ubani. It's an easy question, but these ladies get all of a sudden they got nervous, they want to leave, and I'm like, Auntie, who are the baby daddies, Gandhi? Eh? They make me curious. I'm like, now I'm curious about the baby daddies. So Ratila ended up leaving, and right after that, Miss Manche left too, and now they're left. Obviously the ones that are left behind, they're kind of drunk, and now they sort of are taking Ununu right because she's the one that asked that question. She ends up attacking them to say that, listen, you says to Omusha, you are talented, but I don't even know what you do. But Omusha is like, but if you don't know what I do, how come you say I'm talented? And then she says, guys, I feel like everybody, when they want to attack somebody, because I didn't feel like there was an issue between Nunurai and Uhepi. I thought that the issue that they had was that one of her telling the other ladies what she hadn't told the other ladies. So it was carried over. But in that moment, I did not feel like they had an issue there. Okay. So I did not understand. Nunurai all of a sudden just stands up and attacks Happy and says, if you knew, madam, I don't know what you do. What is your talent? What you do? I know you make money, but what is your talent? Guys, it's a talent to make money. Not everybody makes money, okay? And out of everybody, you guys, listen, I know Omusha says that she's a celebrity, but there are two people that were really like known from that cast, and that is Mrs. Mops, and that was Happy, okay? Maybe Ohappy was not known in a sense of she's doing reality TV, but she was known, okay? She was very visible. So if anybody really was known, I mean, was not known from that cast, was Nunu Rai. I still don't know who Nunu Rai is, except that Nunu Rai is one of the cast members of Mami Club. What does she do? Okay. So I really feel like she's not really at a point where she can ask people who they are, but she ended up attacking them and leaving them like that. Okay. I didn't understand the attack on Her Majesty. I understood it on Omoto because obviously they were having that conflict because she had asked Omohle who her baby daddy is. Okay. She ended up telling them, listen, my baby daddy is the person that I've been with for 7 years, but what is his name? Okay. You might have been with more than one person. Because if there's a question to who the baby daddy is, you can't just say it's a person that I've been with for 7 years. Who's that person? Okay. She's like, so what is it going to make your life? Is it going to improve your life if I tell you who my baby? No, but it's a very nice mkosi. I still wanna know. It won't improve my life, it won't increase my bank balance, it won't cancel the load shedding, but it is a very nice mkosi. I still want to know who the baby daddy is. So listen, you guys. This is what I did because I was like, number one, I need to know who Omuhle is because I'm confused. She keeps on saying she's a celebrity, but I don't know who she is. Okay, but they did say on she's an actress or musician or whatever. So then I was like, okay, let's do this where we all find out who she is. And then when I'm trying to find out who she is, they add on who she is, they add the part about the baby daddy. And I was like, yo, I good for us. So we are going to get to know um Omuhle here. What the internet is saying, guys, it's not me who is saying this. Look here. They even say boyfriend or husband. Hey, the internet is better. Baby daddy. But let's read the other part first. This is the alleged. It's the internet, guys. It's the internet. It's not me. So, what is this website, Camper? What is this publication here? Is it UBED 2? I think so. Okay. So this is her Omohlekela biography, age, boyfriend, husband, baby daddy, just information about her. Okay, it's written by John Israel. But you guys, mind you, this article is written on the 22nd of December 2021. Okay, so I don't know where the baby daddy, when the baby's daddy trending story was. Okay, so let's just keep that in mind. I don't know if they update these articles at all. So you guys, she was 31 in 1990. She was 21 in 2021 because it was written in 2021. She's born in 1991. Please count, whoever counted, put it in the comment section. How old is she? She's born in 1991. They say she's a South African actress, model, and DJ. She's a DJ. Why is everybody a DJ? Okay. But she is a DJ. Okay. So I don't know if she is a DJ, Zintle DJ, or she is the other DJs. Okay, I don't want to name any influencers. The next thing they come for me. Okay, so here they say Omuhlekela is a South African actress and musician. Okay, she was born. Maybe we can even Google the song. She was born in Johannesburg and attended primary and secondary school there. Her adventures in film started much earlier. Though when she was a kid, back then she had acted in the kids show Kidio. Oh, she was on Kidio. She can't be born in 91. She was on Kidio. Even Aria was a kid when Kidio was on TV. She's too young for Kidio. But anyway, they're saying that, okay? So they said she secured her first professional acting role in 2012 after completing her studies. She had auditioned for her SABC series Mubango in 2012. Okay, that is not so long ago. She ended up playing a role of a character called Busi Mutamiya, a daughter to a scheming couple called James and Dubsi. How big James, not Dubsi, but thanks to that role, she became a household name in South Africa. I guess she is a celebrity, you guys. I mean, a household name is a celebrity, but she's just not a name in my household because I did not know about her. Okay, born in 1991, Omohlekela is currently 30. Well, that was in 2021. I'm guessing she celebrated her birthday last month. Okay. So they're saying in an industry when many are keen to flaunt their catches online, Omohlekela prefers privacy. So yeah, she kept her men away from the public. Well, that ends now because we want to know now. You are on a reality TV show now. We want to know who your man is. We want to know who your baby daddy is. Well, until recently, she shared a picture of them in a post on Instagram with her man's face not visible in the shot. Daddy's home was her caption. Okay, guys, there's a problem if you can't share your man online. There is a big problem if you can't just say, "Good, we I at home with my man." Okay. In another post, she had shown them together in what appears to be a beach, noting that she never posted her man, but that this one made so much sacrifice to be with her that something is gotta give. Okay, that was the man. Now about the baby daddy, a report, but this doesn't look like her. Does this look like her, guys? It looks so different here. A report by Sunday World has claimed, like I said in the morning, you guys, they can all report on the story, but once the report is on Sunday World, where there is smoke, there's fire. I'm telling you. The reports by Sunday World has claimed that a wealthy businessman, Tsovo Mashaba, is the father of Omuhle Kela. However, Omotlekela herself has not said anything about Ntovo being the father of her child. Okay, so I guess we need to know who Ntovo is. In a post to his Instagram story around the time the news was making the rounds online, Ntovo Mashaba denied being the child's father and even indicated that he doesn't know Omotlekela. Oh, while he's denied dating Omotlekela and fathering a child with her, credible sources indicate that they actually dated, but the relationship collapsed soon after. So I don't know if they put this man's picture here because it's him, but this is what this man here posted. Okay, this is the post. Never ever spoke on this BS ever since it was made a spectacle earlier this year. But please stop mentioning that woman and her kid in relation to me. I'm no one's father. That kid and mine. Nice try though. Okay. Omuhlekela is a mother of one, a girl. Her pregnancy is confirmed in 2020 and she gave birth the same year. She didn't make a big deal out of her pregnancy by posting nonstop on social media. She was mostly quiet. But then when she gave birth, she shared picture on Instagram announcing the coming of the baby. Okay, that's cute. That's cute. Oh yeah, it's her. It's her. It's her. I almost thought we were reading about the wrong person. Okay. So that's all we wanted to know, you guys. We wanted to know about the baby daddy. So that is the story there. So I guess that's why the other ladies want to know because the jury is still out. Okay. Who is the baby daddy? You cannot tell us that our lives are not going to improve if we know this information. It does not matter. Even if it's irrelevant, we still want to know. You are on a reality TV show. We are going to ask this question: who is your baby daddy? Okay. Anyway, you guys, that's all that happened in this episode. We found out that Happy is engaged to a man that she hadn't seen or spoken to in 15 years. He wants a DNA test and he will pay for where do I get for 300,000 if the results are negative. We also find out that Omosha is a celebrity, okay, and she is, you guys. If she's been on tour like one of the biggest shows in South Africa, I guess let's accept it. She is Uzalo and Mubango, okay. So, and I'm sure she's done other shows as well, okay. So she's going to remind. I'm just wondering, you guys, if you are more of a celebrity than everybody else, how come you are the friend of the show? It doesn't make sense. Okay, maybe she's busy. She was like, no, I can't do the show. I'm too busy. Anyway, you guys, let me just read. Where did I end with my comments? Okay. Let me go up. Yeah, okay, let me start here. Mulatelo says, okay, Happy is an oversharer, not her admitting to falsely accusing a man to the extent that he went to jail. Did you hear what he accused? Because that thing confused me. I didn't hear what she said happened exactly for him to get arrested for her. Okay. And I feel like she's going to end up admitting to a crime on national TV. Happy. I agree she is an oversharer. I'm struggling even today with Mrs. Mobs. It irritated me on Rachel. Just get used to it because listen, she just speaks like that. I guess I don't know how, but she does. The phone call Her Majesty had with the baby daddy didn't sound romantic. It wasn't. It wasn't at all. So that's another surprise. Thanks for reminding me of that. It wasn't. It sounded like a man that just wants to tell you how wrong you parent your kids and what you should change about your parenting. It did not sound romantic at all. Yeah. And then, guys, can you imagine? Because remember, she said that her daughter has uses her phone sometimes, and she has access to her DMs. And her daughter was really acting like there's shady things going on there by her DMs, and she's talking to her dad. Like, how many inappropriate things that daughter seen on that phone? Okay, Mancha wants to be the center so bad, and uthini ngwaqala. What does that mean? Mpho. Welcome, Mpho. I don't think that I had welcomed you to the stream. Anyway, you guys, Listen, I don't understand how, if you want to be the center of attention, then you must share things about your life. Then you are going to be a center of your attention, or the center of the attention. If you want to be a center of the attention, but you want to do it with other people's stories, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. All you're doing is drawing the attention to to those other people that you are talking about. I love her Majesty to bits. Okay, I love her too, you guys. All her imperfections and all her craziness. I love her, and I love that she's a go-getter. One thing they cannot say about her is that she's lazy. That woman works, she makes a lot of money. Even they say it, okay? Oh, yes, Mpo, you have a point. Happy and the men had a cringy phone call about parenting a few episodes ago, and they didn't sound affectionate to one another. Not at all, they didn't. So, yeah, you guys, it's strange that it is that man that she's engaged to. A friend wants to be on the show. That's why she spelled that I suspect, I suspect, because otherwise, why would you do that to your friend? Anna says that's preempting the freshers of the kind of people she's mingling with in this house of wives. It's wrong. Oh, yes, Anna. We care more about what happened with Manche and Kifibu that Ratile and than Ratile and Tejo. But I don't know. Me, I need to find out that story. Anna, I need please DM me. I need that story because I don't understand that part of the story confuses me because I don't understand who that is and what happened between the two of them. And Manche doesn't want to talk about it, but the more she doesn't want to talk about it, the more curious I get. Okay, because I don't know the person, so I don't know about that friendship. Manche has a short woman syndrome. It's how, yes, I didn't realize how short she is until I saw the picture of them, all of them together. I didn't realize that she's actually that short, but I see what you're saying. Yes, true. Anna Kensani, and I know I'm late. Uh, I'm here. Yes, you are here. You're not that late because if you still find it here, find us here. Hi, Dr. Tabile. Hi, Dr. Tabile. Milano. After all is said and done, don't forget about Milan. I hope you don't get flu on Friday because it's going to be a problem for you. We'll have to postpone it just for you if you get flu on Friday. After all is said and done, don't forget about the Friday official 14K live celebration. Quickly getting into the meeting, and we'll catch up later. Much love, dearest OGs, official costume lovers. Yes, OGLs. Listen, you guys, on Friday, we decided we're going to do a live celebration for the 14K subscribers, but you are going to have the opportunity to come on here and talk to me and talk to the people. Okay, so don't miss it on Friday. Okay. um who cares really about who the baby daddy is? I care ngoba ngithanda indaba. I am not gonna do anything about I'm not gonna do anything about it, but I still care. Nurai's father is a politician in Zimbabwe. Oh, really? Okay. I guess that's why she made it to the show. Okay. How, I know, did you hear, guys, when they say, is there even satellites in Bulawayo? I'm like, Zimbabweans are going to come for Omuhle online. I'm like, Zimbabweans are not going to like that because if it was South Africans, they would not like that. You said there's no satellites. There's no satellites in Zimbabwe. That was shady of her to say. Okay, my internet will always expose you. I called. I eat internet. Nunurai had everyone on the edge with her question. Love the drama. I'm asking on behalf of South Africa, Mandela's Rain Foundation. Yes, she asked for us. Okay, we would have never known that there is an issue of a baby daddy had she not asked. Okay, so she asked for all of us. I think Muslim was once on Uzalo. Yes, I saw something that said that she was once on Uzalo and she was once on Mubango. I'm joining DJ Gang at 55. Join. A good retirement plan. A good, very good retirement. Everybody's becoming a DJ. Why not? Sanbona Trevor Rico, thank you so much for joining us. I wish it could be longer. Your giggles finish me. Listen, join me in the morning and in the evening. We do now, guys. Listen, just watch the notification. We do every time I think there's a story for me to come here I come. Okay, just watch the notifications. But that's all, guys. Load shedding. Hey, this time we were able to finish this review. Anyway, you guys, I appreciate it so much for joining me. Do not forget to like the stream, it helps so much when you like the stream. And also, if you are in a Wi-Fi free zone, do not forget to let the stream run again so that we can make some money on the adverts. And also share it with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers in Tanakon. Trevor Rico, on Friday, I'm expecting you. Okay, we still have to decide the time. I forgot to put it on my community post. I'm gonna put the time because it's either we do it as early as 3, or we do it maybe 6, or we can do it at night at 9. So I'll let you guys vote and decide. It's a Friday, so I will be having time so you guys can say which is best for you. But yeah, no, I'm expecting all of you regulars and the new people too. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. Ngiyanithanda kakhulu.